Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where I help you create your magic and create your dream life. I'm really excited for today's video because it's going to be a Q&A, and I actually haven't done a Q&A in a long time, but I really like doing these videos because I feel like it helps us get to know each other better for any new people that have joined onto the channel. So I ask you guys on YouTube and Instagram if you had any questions for me for this video, and you guys put them in there. If you didn't submit a question but you want to next time, you can follow me on Instagram. I have that link down below. Okay, let's get into the video. So the first question I got was from LauraJ_VB, and she said, we all know you're massive into saving money, but what's one thing you're saving for? So I actually don't have something specific that I'm saving for. I'm always saving money, and I have a savings account that I keep putting money into, but the problem is that I don't actually know what to spend that money on. So I always have ideas that come to mind, like maybe a certain vacation or maybe like a new camera for YouTube, but then I can never really narrow down on what I want because I think like, oh, what about if I spend the money on this thing, but then I realize I want this, and maybe I shouldn't spend the money because then what about if something happens and I need the money? Guys, I overthink too much. But basically, I just have money in my savings account and I don't know what I should actually spend it on. So if you have any suggestions of something that I could maybe buy, then leave a comment for me down below. The next question comes from Summer_Jeanette, and she said, who do you look up to the most? And just like the last question, I don't have somebody specific that I really look up to. Obviously, I look up to some of my friends and my parents, but when I think of somebody that I really want to be like, I more think of just like traits and characteristics rather than a specific person. So I really look up to people who are unapologetically themselves. They do things for themselves, they do what they want, and they don't worry about what other people think. I also really admire people who take risks and have the courage to like just live a little bit differently and go against the norm. So I always want to just like do my own thing and be confident in my choices. So it's those kind of people that I really look up to. Caroline Jefferson asked, how many watch time hours are you at? So for those of you who don't understand this question, in order to make money from Google AdSense on YouTube, you have to actually get 4,000 watch hours on your channel for you to start making money. So I am actually at 3,550 watch hours. If you can't tell, I'm really counting down until I reach that 4,000. I actually checked it this morning before I filmed this video. So I am so close. I'm less than 500 watch hours away before I can start making some money from these videos and hopefully just make better content for you guys. Okay, these two questions are kind of related, so I'm gonna answer them together. And Irene asked, how did you and Aaron meet? Love from Spain, love from Canada, Irene. And then Caroline Jefferson also asked, what is it like living with your significant other? So for those of you who don't know, me and Aaron met when I was going to school in Newfoundland. So we actually met at a party, and then I got him to move to Halifax with me last year when I moved back here because this is where I'm from. So me and Aaron live together because obviously his family and all of his friends are in Newfoundland. So we moved into an apartment together, and we really love living together because we get along really great. Obviously, we never fight, and it's really fun because it kind of feels like you're just having a sleepover with your best friend all the time. The one downside I would say to living with your significant other is that things can become sort of routine. So when you're in a relationship but you live apart, it can be really exciting, like when you plan date nights and then you actually get together. But when you're living with somebody, you see them all the time, so you kind of have to like make more of an effort to keep that spark alive, I guess you would say. So it is important to like still plan date nights because we're literally together 24/7, and we even work on YouTube together. So it's a lot of time to spend with each other, but he's my best friend, so I still love it. This next question comes from CM, and they said, what motivates you to stay so positive? And I wish I had an easy answer for this, but I have always just been a really positive and happy person. And I think that comes from even when I was little, I would just get really excited and happy about the smallest things. So like the littlest gifts or little treats or like fun little things that I would get to do with my friends. I would always get super excited about small things, and I really think that that's the secret to being happy because I have low expectations when it comes to having fun and appreciating life. So just the smallest things that I do, like sitting down, watching a movie, having some ice cream, like that just makes me really happy. So that's why I always stay positive because it's all about enjoying the little things. CM also asked, is living in Canada as amazing and snowy as it's made out to be? If not, would you ever move, and where to? too. So I love living in Canada. The people are really nice. I love that we have 4 seasons. The winter is beautiful, but I do not like winter. I am a summer girl. I love the warm weather. I think you can do so much more when it's sunny out. You can go outside more and it's just easier to do stuff. Like, you know, sometimes you have snowstorms in the winter, you can't travel, you always have to bundle up, and then you have to pay a lot for your heating bill. So there are definitely a lot of downsides to winter, obviously like power outages and stuff too. So if you really like winter, Canada is the perfect place for you to be, and there are upsides to it, but I just love summer so much that I would really like to live in a place that is warm all year round. So I would love to live in California, but I've heard people say that Los Angeles isn't really that friendly or that nice. So maybe somewhere else, like a smaller town in California maybe. I think Florida would also be really great. Just like somewhere that's really warm, I would absolutely love. Strolling Through Life asked, what's the most difficult part about being a YouTuber? And I think trying to get the message across to other people, or trying to educate other people on the fact that YouTube really can be a job. There's so many business opportunities that come with YouTube, but I think people kind of look at YouTube as something that's like silly almost. So when I first started my YouTube channel, my parents did not take it seriously at all. They thought I was being really like, I don't want to say dumb, but like kind of silly for just sitting down in front of a camera and filming myself. But a lot of people just don't realize that you can get paid a lot of money for making YouTube videos. You can work with really big companies, and it is a business. So I just wish that more people understood that. And people are also really afraid of cameras when you go out in public. That's another thing that's hard about being a YouTuber. Like if you ever try and go out with a camera and take pictures or vlog, people are always like staring at you. I don't know if they're worried that like they're gonna get in the video or something, but yeah, like I feel like YouTube and cameras and the internet, like people are just kind of scared of it and they don't understand it. So that's probably the hardest part about being a YouTuber. Sadie Dreams asked, what was one of the best days of your life? And without a doubt, the best day of my life was when I first went on my family vacation to Florida. I had never been anywhere tropical or anywhere outside of Canada, and it was absolutely amazing. We went to Disney World and I got to see palm trees, and it was just so magical, like to leave snowy Canada in March and then get to Florida and everything is so hot and there's beautiful flowers and trees all around. And then Disney World really was so magical. My family and I wanted to go for so many years, and we finally got to go and do all of the Disney stuff. So that would definitely be the best day and time of my life. The next question comes from Manel, and they said, when all things don't work for you, what can you do? So I'm really sorry, Manel, that some things maybe aren't working for you right now in your life, but I think the worst thing that you can do is focus on that and stay down about it. You just have to try and turn things around, focus on things that are going right in your life, because I know there are some things that you must enjoy doing. So just focus on the positive and try not focus on the negative, because the more you focus on the bad things and what's going wrong with your life, the more that's going to stand out, and that's all you're going to be able to think about and see. So just focus on the positive. The next question comes from Kate Berry, and they said, opinion on breaking up for college. So I think this is totally different for everybody. It depends on your relationship. I went to college without a boyfriend because I met my very first boyfriend when I was in college or university. And so yeah, I think it really depends on the person. Like if you obviously love the person that you're dating in high school and you know that that's the person that you maybe want to be with in the future, then by all means stay with them. But if you are just kind of dating the person that you're with in high school just because it's a fling, it's just like a little relationship because you're excited about the person and you don't really feel like you want to continue, then maybe just take other opportunities and maybe take a break for college. I know a lot of people do that too, like maybe just take a break, and then when they get to university, sometimes they do realize that they really want to be with that person that they met in high school, and then they'll get back together. So it really depends on the person and the relationship. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this Q&A video. If you have any other questions for me that you want me to answer, you can leave them in the comments down below and I'll answer them for you. Also, I have my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and website all linked down below. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and it really helps the channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!